Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. If you've been following our Instagram and Facebook, you've seen a few photos we leaked out of a 3-day camping trip we just got back from to Catalina Island, which is about 6 odd miles off the coast here of Southern California. And being that it's an island camping trip, we just can't pack up our car with a bunch of stuff, we had to be very selective in what we brought because we only could bring what we could carry in. We had a little cart to roll to help us out a little bit because we had to go on a boat, then on a little van to get to our camping spot, which is, on the backside of the island, really kind of remote place. So anyway, we were trying to figure out our food for this trip. You guys know we eat pretty much, high raw, raw till forest style diet. 75 to 80% raw, the other bit starch solution or cooked. And we decided it'd be easier to reverse it around this time and bring 75 to 80% starch solution and the other 25% fruit and such. Why? Because fruit is heavier. It's going to make our packing way more heavier. And also, too, you have to be concerned about fruit ripening on time, so there's always some ripe fruit at every meal. So for those logistical reasons, we thought we'd try the John McDougall Starch Solution diet for 3 days. And while we're at it, I'm kind of the experimental type. I was going to compare, and I did compare, how I felt really in my physical energy. Was I going to be lethargic or have the same energy to do what I want to do in life? And how was my mental happiness, or whether I going to feel good and excited or kind of down? And thirdly, what kind of weight gain or loss might I experience? A lot of people say eat all those starches and potatoes, you're going to gain a lot of weight. So I'll get back to that. First, let me just show you what kind of foods we brought here. Speaking of potatoes, we got our favorite farmer at Farmers Market, Weiser Farms. He has these heirloom tomatoes that he sells to high-end restaurants in Santa Monica. So we got a good bit of those, brought them along, and also we stocked up on some basmati rice from Little India and some lentils so we can make dal. And we brought beans and corn tortillas. So I think those are our big heavy hitter starches. And we also brought fruits along too. We brought some tomatoes and avocados. Anji made some guacamole. We brought some fresh keep mangoes, California organic keep mangoes along. Had them for breakfast one morning. And for lunches and dinners, we'd have heavy starched dinners. You see here this great meal of potato tacos that Anji made. So good. Potatoes and guacamole and beans. We had other meals with rice, soaked in this mushroom broth for many hours, and mixed beans, and we'd mix in guacamole and more tomato. And our last meal there was epic, guys. It was so good. We ate good food, too. I want to say not only good, we ate a lot. Sometimes when you go camping, it's a little bit of a calorie restriction affair. You're eating less because, you didn't bring as much food. But since we brought lighter foods, a lot of grains, we could bring a lot of food and make a lot of food. And this last meal here was so awesome. It was Indian curry and potatoes and some basmati rice and the corn torts. We also had some avocado with it. That was epic. It took about an hour to make, and it was well worth it. So yeah, we ate well. We ate really, really good food, and we ate a lot. We finished our meals stuffed like we are at home. So how did we feel after all this? First of all, our physical energy. Let's talk about that. Every day, we're hiking up this 200-foot mountain to go up to the bluff to watch sunset. And every day I'm running too. One day I ran 600 feet in elevation because it's basically a mountain rising out of the sea. So there's tons of hills there. And doing yoga, all this stuff. And our physical energy was top notch. We were the most physically active people by far at our campsite. We weren't having all this, protein meat and all that stuff and caffeine. My physical energy was awesome. I felt no better, no worse than when I'm doing, the more heavily raw version of, mainly fruit. Identical energies, able to smash in everything I wanted to do physically. Our well-being, our mental well-being, superb. Maybe it had something to do with the camping and the yoga we're doing every day, but we were happy. We were never sitting around depressed. In fact, Anji mentioned this is the most happy she's ever felt on a camping trip in her life, and I think it's because we were fully carbed, fully caloried, feeling good about life. And weight gain or weight loss. Well, I know what my weight is. I weigh myself, 2-3 times a week, not because I'm obsessive. I just like to see how it fluctuates over the year. And this time of the year, I've been about like between 173 to 177, kind of averaging in the middle of that, 175 pounds. Well, I weighed myself this morning, and I weighed 171 pounds. That's really, really light for me, guys. I haven't weighed 171 pounds in, I just hit it a couple times this summer. It was what I weighed last summer when I was really, really skinny. Anyway, let's get back to this though. A lot of people say, again, starches make you fat, potatoes make you fat. Well, for me, in the short term, I got skinnier from eating this McDougall style Starch Solution diet. So I can't say how it would work out in the long term, but I can't see how it would get me, I would get fat from eating such a style of food. It's all high carb, low fat, whole foods. That's the big thing, guys. Not a bunch of processed food we're eating. It's high quality food. That's our whole deal. Instead of buying a bunch of cheap food from like Walmart or Costco, we try to buy the highest quality foods we can from farmers market, fill it in with some fruits from like say Whole Foods, bananas, and that's how we eat. So our experiment into the Starch Solution, I say it was a resounding success and made for the most just awesome camping trip we've had. And I can't say enough about it. I will do it again in a heartbeat when I go back again, hopefully next summer. So post your comments and questions down below. Have you ever done a short-term or long-term experiment into Starch Solution, coming from like a high raw tofu, or even a raw diet? How was your experience? Was your digestion good? Ours was fine. We can handle eating starches and stuff. We digest those foods just as well as we do fruits, no problem. Stay subscribed for more entertainment from myself and Angie, and like this video if you got something out of it. And until next time, guys, remember, as we just did for the past 3 days on the island and we'll continue to do here, keep it carved, baby. Keep it carved.